Doamnelor, domnilor, bine v-am găsit! Urmăriți Lumea Diplomatică. În următoarele 25 de minute intrăm în culisele negocierilor și acordurilor ce pot rescrie istoria Europei în următorii 50 de ani. Relațiile diplomatice dintre România și Cehia sunt unele speciale. Cele două țări au interese comune în Uniunea Europeană și în cadrul Alianței Nord-Atlantice și au și un obiectiv comun. Își doresc ca în regiunea Balcanilor de Vest să fie stabilitate. Recent, la summitul NATO de la Ankara, Cehia a fost reprezentată atât de președinte cât și de prim-ministru. Iar în unele chestiuni de interes comun din cadrul Uniunii Europene, diplomația cehă consideră că e important ca vocea fiecărei națiuni să se facă auzită. În acest context, urmăriți în continuare un interviu în exclusivitate cu ambasadorul Cehiei în România. Your Excellency, we are very honored to have you at the diplomatic world. I propose you to start with the bilateral relations between our countries. Romania and the Czech Republic have enjoyed strong economic ties for many years. Which sectors do you see as having the greatest potential for expanding bilateral trade?
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you for starting with bilateral relations, because I think that we enjoy really great bilateral relations between Romania and the Czech Republic. The solid ground for these relations was established already a century ago in the days of Petite Entente, the alliance of Romania, former Czechoslovakia, and former Yugoslavia. People generally are not aware how strong this partnership between our two countries is when we speak about economic cooperation. Our two countries have really intense both trade and investments. Czechia, here in Romania, belongs to top 10 investors, and it's also among top 10 importers. I think it's pretty amazing because just 4 more countries are both among top 10 investors in Romania and top 10 importers, namely Germany, France, Italy, and the Netherlands. So relatively small Czechia belongs to this distinctive club of important economic partners of Romania. If we speak about volume of our trade, it's more than 7 billion euros. I think it's a very nice figure, and I'm speaking just about goods. Speaking about sectors we trade in, you will not be surprised that automotive sector is the most important one. If we speak about exports of Czechia to Romania, road vehicles represent just 16% of our exports, and it demonstrates that automotive sector, although is the most important one, is just a part of really big spectrum of products we trade in. So I think it's very positive. Another positive thing is that we witness a shift from mere trade in goods to more sophisticated cooperation. I mean integrated solutions, engineering know-how, long-term projects. Prospective sectors. My embassy is active in 3 of them. I would like to stress them. The first one is rail transportation. In our opinion, Romania needs a lot of modernization in the transport sector, and we have a lot of good technologies in this regard. Just one example. These days, Bucharest is saying goodbye to old trams Tatra. After 53 years, these trams will be replaced, and I think that it just confirms how reliable Czech trams are. We have also excellent trains as well, and other means of transportation. Two more sectors I would like to mention. The first one is security and defense. Defense industry is quite strong in my country. We have really strong companies that are really big players in the European framework. And speaking about the mining sector, the last one, I think it's also very, very perspective, because in the time when the European Union wants to support production of critical minerals, and when Romania is or can be a very good source of these minerals, then Czechia is here to provide its technologies and its experience.
Many Czech companies have established a significant presence in Romania. What makes Romania an attractive destination for the investors from your country, Your Excellency?
Yeah. Look, Romania is very attractive for our investors. I mentioned the important position of Czech investors here in Romania, and there are many reasons for that. The first one is, of course, both countries are members of the European Union. That makes everything easier. The second reason is, of course, Romanian market is bigger than the Czech one, therefore it's attractive for Czech investors. But there are more specific good reasons to come to Romania. The first one is business environment that is very, very positive. Business culture is very positive here in Romania.
The European Union is facing major challenges. How does the Czech Republic envision the future transformation of the European Union?
Yeah, European Union faces definitely tremendous challenges in many areas. The world is really unstable. The geopolitical tensions are growing. The competition, the global competition is growing. We are facing the need to carry out green transformation, digital transformation. We face problems with internal reforms of the European Union. We have problems with illegal immigration. We must deal with the need for enlargement of the European. So the challenges are really, really big for the European Union. If I am to speak about competitiveness, that is a major concern for us. For quite a long time, for my country, is a matter of concern. Already during our first EU presidency in 2009, we were promoting completion and deepening of the internal market of the European Union, because we find it as a big obstacle in competitiveness of the European Union. I think Romania will agree with us that there are more problems in regard to the competitiveness of the European Union. Another one problem in this regard we see is the price of energy in the European Union. I mean, industrial energy prices. It makes our companies uncompetitive. So we must do something about these prices. Maybe we should think about reform of the emission trading system, because it's something that increases costs for our producers. Another big issue is energy security. Problem the European Union must deal with, and where our countries should be active. I think we have done a lot as the European Union in regard of the diversification of energy sources. It's very good, but we should be more active in regard to integration of our energy systems. We should do something about the energy mix as well. I think, and again, I think that Romania will agree with this, with that nuclear energy should be an important part of the energy mix of individual EU countries. So I think that we should do something about that. Speaking about other challenges for the European Union, we have already touched them. Enlargement should be understood as not as a gift for the candidate countries, but it should be understood as a strategic issue for the European Union, for the future of the Europe. So I think that we should do our best to help candidates to meet all the necessary criteria to join the European Union. And speaking about security, the last point I would like to make in this regard, our two countries should promote with others in the EU European defense industry and strengthening of defense capabilities of our countries.
There is an ongoing debate about the balance between national sovereignty and deeper European integration. Where does Prague believe this balance should be in the coming years?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. The European Union was established as a community of states and citizens based on principles of subsidiarity and proportionality and national identity, respect for national identity. So my country is quite cautious about making really fundamental internal changes inside the European Union that would cause or that could compromise the national sovereignty of individual states. In October, the European Council will discuss this issue. The European Commission is expected to present informal reform package in September. So this document will be a basis for our discussions in the framework of the European Union. But even beforehand, I would like to stress two things. The first one is that my country is not in favor of moving from veto power to qualified majority voting in critical areas like foreign affairs or security. And the second thing is when we speak about enlargement, that is a very, very important one issue, and when we speak about necessary internal reforms in the European Union, I would like to stress that in our opinion, the enlargement should not be conditioned by these internal reforms. We consider these two questions as parallel ones.
The recent NATO discussions in Ankara highlight growing security concern on the alliance's eastern flank. What were the most important outcomes from the Czech perspective?
Yeah.
How do you see your country, the results of the NATO summit?
First of all, I would like to say that we have a successful summit. There was a terrible need to demonstrate unity of allies. And I think that the alliance succeeded in Ankara in doing that. Speaking about results of the summit, first of all, we think that it's really important that allies have demonstrated ironclad commitment to common defense, to Article 5, and to transatlantic links. This is really, really important thing. Allies made clear that they are ready to spend more for their defense, and European allies and Canada have demonstrated that they are ready to take more responsibility for defense. That's very important as well. For my country, and I think for Romania as well, it's important that NATO has demonstrated that it attaches great importance for logistic and energy infrastructure in the eastern part of the alliance. This is very important. And the last but not least important result is that the alliance demonstrated unequivocal commitment to support Ukraine.
More than 4 years after Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, what is the Czech Republic assessment of the current situation and the prospects for a just and a lasting peace?
Oh, it's not very optimistic if you look at the Russian policy. Unfortunately, speaking about the prospects, my country is definitely supportive in regard of whatever diplomatic initiative to bring peace, just and sustainable peace to Ukraine. And such peace can be achieved only at the negotiation table. The United States, in my opinion, is the only actor that can facilitate such negotiation. So we must try to keep the United States involved in this issue, although they must think about other global problems as well. Mentioning the role of the United States, I would like to stress that also Europeans have an important role in this regard, and they must be part of this negotiation exercise. Before whatever agreement is being reached, we must continue to support Ukraine, because only strong Ukraine will be considered by Russia as a partner and will force Russian aggressor to go to the negotiation table.
The Czech Republic has been among the strongest supporters of Ukraine. How sustainable is European support for Kiev, both politically and economically, in the years ahead?
Yeah, my country has been supporting Ukraine politically already from 2014, when Russia annexed Crimea, but especially after the full-scale attack on eastern Ukraine. My country was very supporting. Politically, you may remember that my Prime Minister was the first one to visit Kiev after the attack of Russia. Still, we have several hundred thousand Ukrainians on the Czech territory, and of course we were helping. We have been helping Ukrainians materially. You may also be aware of the Czech ammunition initiative, providing Ukraine with important ammunition to deal with the Russian aggression. So we have always been involved in this regard. So we are interested in continuation of this support for Ukraine. And I think I'm quite optimistic about continuation of this support. I think that both the European Union and NATO have demonstrated their willingness to continue in the support. The European Union at the last European Council meeting, NATO at the summit in Ankara. So I think politicians and population in Europe in general is aware of the need to continue in the support of Ukraine in her heroic defense against the Russian aggressor.
You spoke about the United States. Transatlantic relations are entering a new phase. How does Prague view the future of the cooperation between Europe and the United States on security, trade, and technology?
The transatlantic links are extremely important, and the United States is being considered as a strategic partner. So we are really interested in intense involvement of the United States in Europe. I think it's clear that. And Ankara has demonstrated this, that the United States is not walking out from Europe, and it's good. You know, for decades, Europeans have been relying on the United States on really tremendous defense potential of the United States. It's understandable that the United States would like to change this situation. The current Trump administration made clear that European allies must take more responsibility for their own security. And they are not the first ones. They are not the first ones, but I think they are the most convincing ones. I think that Europeans understand that, and it can be another impetus for cooperation with the United States. So we think that it's an opportunity, what's going on right now, and we think that even when we are preparing strengthening of European defense industry and European capabilities, including autonomous ones, we should insist on NATO as being the first choice for us, and on really strong and robust defense cooperation with the United States, because it's an extremely important partner for us. I think that for my country and for Romania is important fact. This renewed interest of this administration in countries of Central and Eastern Europe.
What can we expect regarding the military cooperation between the Romanian and the Czech soldier in the next months?
I think our part of Europe is the most exposed one, so we must something do in this regard. Czechia is also very active in strengthening of the eastern flank of the alliance. I must confess that traditionally we are more concentrated on Slovakia and Baltic countries, so our soldiers traditionally strengthen NATO defense in these countries. We send our aircraft to Baltic countries. But when the parliament decides about deployment of these forces at the eastern flank, although they are stationed this time in Slovakia and Baltic countries, it does not mean that they cannot be moved if it's necessary to other countries of the eastern flank. Their mandate is being formulated as being stationed at the eastern flank. So in case of whatever need in Romania, they can be sent to strengthen NATO defense in Romania as well. At this moment, we have some officers in headquarters here in Romania. We have some soldiers here working together with Romanians in training of Ukrainians. And of course, I cannot exclude any strengthening of this military cooperation in the months ahead.
So the Ukrainian soldiers are training both by Romanian and Czech soldiers?
They are in general being trained by NATO soldiers here in Romania, and Czech soldiers participate in this exercise.
Your Excellency, it was a great honor and a great pleasure to have you at the diplomatic world.
Thank you.